NFL football, man. So unfortunately, there's the end of an era of these three legend coaches. We kind of covered it on our last episode. Kind of got in detail a little bit, but we're gonna get in more detail. So Coach Bill Belichick, Nick Saban, and Steve Carroll have all resigned from their recent teams. That they made history with. Um, for so this first question is kind of dealing with the New England team. Um, will the Patriots ever be the same without Bill? He's out. He's in it officially ending his career with the Patriots. I mean, what do you will he ever be the same?
No, they will not be the same. We're going to see a drastically different team, and it kind of has me wondering what Gerard Mayo is going to do as the head coach with the Patriots.
Yeah.
He was, defensive player, so I'm thinking he's probably going to be like the defensive minded and take care of that.
Yeah.
But we're going to see a much younger team. We're not going to see the discipline. I don't think that Bill Belichick. That's really difficult to replicate. So we're going to see a younger team. We're going to see an undisciplined team, and we're going to see a lot of mistakes. I also don't see the Patriots being competitive with either the Dolphins or the Bills in the next 5 years. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll surprise us. But
Man, honestly, it's gonna take a lot of rebuilding. It's gonna take a lot of rebuilding, and I don't think it's a coach out there that can really fill Bill Belichick's shoes, man. I can kind of just think about all the times with him and Tom, you know, Super Bowl wins. One against the Seahawks. That was one that was kind of given to them, but they made history out there. They made history in all those years. So I mean, it's a coach with that mindset is going to be hard to find to replace him. But they definitely have to rebuild though. They definitely because they're still a pretty young team. You got a couple stars from Dallas. Um, they just
well,
got to rebuild.
and their quarterback Mac Jones, they don't know if he's the guy, and I'm thinking they probably don't think that he's the guy there in New England. I mean, maybe they draft another quarterback here.
Man, I say just get everything though. Honestly, with this team, I mean,
let Gerard Mayo make the team as like he wants it, so then he'll be able to run it the way that he needs to.
Exactly. Keep Ezekiel, keep him right there, keep him healthy, and just kind of add some people around him, and just kind of form your team back. As far as the coaching, that's gonna take us some time, but just somebody who really who has a good game plan, good game system. Um, yeah. If we look into his achievements, man, he won 17 AFC East division titles. Oh my goodness. 13 appearances in the AFC Championship, 6 Super Bowl wins with Tom Brady, um, and being one of the top 5 coaches of all time. Um, his resume history is it's a lot. It's
I agree. I would say he's definitely in the top 3 of all the coaches for sure.
definitely, man, definitely. Y'all let us know how y'all feel about Bill and like where is he gonna end up? Cause I know he's not done coaching. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on a.
He's been chit chatting with Atlanta, I know. So there's a possibility he'll end up there.
You think he should kind of get on a team that's kind of rebuilding, or a team that's kind of already like dominant like that?
That's a good question. I feel like either team he's going to join, he's going to make changes, positive changes.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you wonder, what does he want to do? And a coach of his caliber, he can do anything he wants.
Right.
So
he can go on a rebuilding team or a veteran. So yeah, we'll see, you guys. We'll definitely see. Our next person is Nick Saban. Oh my gosh, man. Alabama. What is the What do you think is the biggest reason of him leaving Alabama?
I think it's just time. He wants to enjoy his family. He wants to kind of enjoy the later years of his life, and he's accomplished enough. I mean, there's always more to be accomplished, of course. But for him, maybe just enough is enough. His name is it's a permanent name and a permanent fixture in college football, and will be
for a long
forever.
time.
Yeah,
for a long time. And so he put so much work in at Alabama, man. I don't think no coach can really fill his shoes when it comes to that team. He's won so much with that team. And for me, I think his reason to leave is definitely something personal. And I mean, he's 72 years old. He's probably one of the oldest coaches. That's still kind of in a game. I watched something recently. I think he said something about his wife. He wanted to kind of spend more time with her. So I mean, all that it makes sense.
In coaching, that's a busy job. It never ends. And at the head coach level, at such a major program like that in college football,
College.
arguably, top five of one of the most well-known college football programs.
Exactly, exactly. And I think it's his time. I don't think it's nothing else. I think it's just, it's time to wrap it up. But if we look at his achievements, he achieved so much. 9 conference titles, 6 national championships, 206 wins. And he's one of the top 5 legend coaches in college football. So honestly, in my opinion, he left his mark.
He did.
He definitely left his mark. I don't know who's going to replace him or, who's even going to be close to his talent level for Alabama. Like I said, they're still a pretty good team. It's probably not, it's going to be a few adjustments, but they're still a pretty good team. You know what I mean? So, y'all let us know how y'all feel about that as far as, you know, him. And then last but not least, man, the Seahawks. Pete Carroll, man, I wanted to get a lot into this one, man, because I just always think about that Super Bowl game, James, with him. But I asked the question, like, would you blame Pete for that Super Bowl loss against the Patriots?
I think you have to. And there's been rumors and stuff coming out of people are saying that Russell Wilson called an audible.
Yeah.
And I could see those rumors or why those rumors would be around, but Marshawn Lynch came out and said, no, this was the call that was played. We all looked at each other and wondered if we should change it, and we decided to trust our coach and run the play. So they were doing their job.
Yeah.
And it was just a bad call by Pete Carroll. The Seahawks have another Super Bowl there, and
man,
I was rooting for them in that Super Bowl too. And when that happened, it was like, wait, so the Patriots are going to win this? It was.
And I watched an interview with him and one of their players at that time, and he said it was a play that was kind of just in the system ran. It wasn't nothing it wasn't a special play or anything that he called. It was just a play that kind of just happened. But I felt like at that time that should have kind of been in his position to be like, look, forget this play. We're gonna give Marshawn the ball, or we're gonna give him the ball, and something to.
At the time, they had the premier power back in
Because
the
I mean,
NFL.
man, at the 1 yard line, like, who throws the ball at the 1 yard line? You can literally. Russell could have even made the initiative. Hey, I don't think that's. I think we should just try to run it. We can all try to dive and get that
Quarterback
touchdown.
sneak.
Y'all had it in the game, and he threw it. I think that's what made a lot of people dislike Russ too, because he making that play, like agreeing with that, and kind of shows that where his passion level is as far as the game. Yeah.
Afterward, he also opened up his wallet to take the entire team and their families to Hawaii, kind of for like a healing trip.
Yeah.
Which I think that shows class on Wilson's part, because he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to take everybody to Hawaii for a fun vacation. But
because it was really more so on the coach. But yeah, I agree. Like, that's stressful. You know what I mean? To have a Super Bowl game in your hands, just one little mistake could mess it up. And Marshawn, he even didn't understand the play call because he was running, I guess, toward like a wide receiver position when he should have been hands on, just give him the ball and touchdown. Easy. But y'all let us know how y'all feel about those 3 coaches, and just everything in general. Um, but yeah, man, that's crazy. So we're gonna see how these coaches where they're gonna end up in their careers and teams. But I'm gonna pass it over to you, James. What else we got?
J&J Sports coming to y'all with more in 2024.